How we all doing today? We are back, an audio-only version of the Unpopular Opinions podcast. I hope this one is okay. I think it'll be fun. So me and Brandon are back. It's a little cold out. Not too bad. Not too cold for me to not play golf. I will be hitting the driving range later. Looking forward to that. But I guess me and Brandon are gonna kind of shoot the shit a little bit. No one knows what we're wearing right now.
That's true.
Uh,
Use your imagination.
I'll be a spoiler. I'm actually dressed up as Barney, and I got Brandon dressed up as a 12-year-old Guatemalan boy. So you guess what happens next. I'm not gonna tell you. Just you know what's gonna happen, but I'll leave that to the imagination. Brandon's a little scared. He's sweating over there. He'll be fine though. Also, Brandon, the day I was gonna break out my big choreographed dance,
Yeah.
we have audio only.
Yeah. We're going to fix this problem soon.
All right. Another day you get the big choreographed Justin Timberlake dance. I had it all planned out too, Brandon. You fucked me over again.
I know. I'm so bad. Hey, at least we turned the notification sounds off this time.
Heard.
Actually, you know what? We're going to double check that real quick as well. Because this
Brandon,
is a
so God help
professional
me,
podcast.
your phone better be on silent.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, so I wanted to talk about face diapers a little bit, or a mask that we have to wear at work. Our boss wants us to wear them, and I get it, so it looks better to customers when we have it on. But like, wearing a mask around your chin is equivalent to wearing your underwear around your ankles. It serves no purpose at all. It might as well just not be on.
It's like the new hood gang thing though. It's like you're such a gangster if you have like your mask under your nose. That's like having the hat backwards now.
Exactly, true. And some of the guys have the bandanas on. Dude, they look like the Crips and the Bloods. When I see guys with the bandanas on their face, like, that shit's crazy. But like, for me, Brandon knows whenever he hears me crying, he knows that I probably shit my face diaper and that I need a little changing. If I eat a little chocolate or something, I got some brown bits on my chin diaper, I need a little change of Rooski. Brandon, come over here. He powders my chin up. He puts a fresh diaper on there for me. I don't need one now, but I know I will by the end of the podcast. So yeah, I mean, chin diapers, they're great, and they look good, but, they serve no purpose at all. It's really more of a mental thing for people to see you on. At the gym, I have to wear one at the gym. I got yelled at. I was on the bike minding my own business, and a 20-year-old worker at the gym, "Sir, you need to put a mask on." And I give him the old, "Oh yeah, no problem." And he's still staring at me. "Right now." I'm like, Jesus Christ, all right. And I put the chin diaper on. Literally not even over my mouth. And I start pedaling, and he's happy. He walks away. So that's literally, it's like, put on your chin diaper and save lives. Okay, I guess I'm saving a life by wearing a chin diaper. Fine, I'll do it. But we all know that they're not saving lives. The N95 mask, right? If you wear an N95 mask properly, if everyone wore them, that would probably stop the spread. I think they're over 90 to 95% effective. A surgical mask worn correctly, maybe 60 to 65% effective. A cloth mask or a bandana is like 40%. So, we all know now it's more of just like a symbol, kind of, wearing that mask, like the symbol of safety. Whether it is or not, that's all. I mean, Brandon has to deal with it too. In Rhode Island, we have to wear them, and it's getting old talking about it, but like we still have to wear them, even though the variant now is more like a common cold. Tons of people are catching it, but not many people are dying. So, hey, whatever makes the governments feel better, old people feel better.
Mm.
I'm fine with it. I'll do it. I'll wear my chin diaper happily. You know.
Chin diapers forever.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd like, I have a feel-good story to get you out of the place that you're at right now.
All right.
So this is a story that Mike has not heard about yet, and we're breaking news. So you know who Drake is, right? You've heard of Drake?
Oh God, yeah. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Freaking Canadian dude. The guy's like bigger than God in
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a story going around right now that he hooked up with an Instagram model, and after he came, he poured hot sauce in the condom so that the Instagram model wouldn't try to have his kids. And I guess she tried.
Wow.
She basically tried to like put, it in herself and get pregnant with his kid, but he put hot sauce in it.
Wow. Okay, so after he finished up or whatever, he dumped a little hot sauce in there.
Yeah, he went into the bathroom and then she put it all over herself and now she's suing him.
Yeah, but why wouldn't he just flush? I know you're not supposed to flush him down the toilet, but why wouldn't he just like freaking put it in a bag in his pocket or flush it or whatever? Would he leave it on the table after he went to take a piss or whatever?
Yeah, so I think he said he went into the bathroom, he put the hot sauce in and then threw it at the bottom of the trash can.
Wow. Well, hey, that's a real thing. This happens all the time to celebrities. I mean, I know at least one. This happened to Cristiano Ronaldo in Europe or wherever he was. Now, he's like a family man now. He's got a bunch of kids, a really beautiful wife, and he's like, I think, a legit family man, like a Tom Brady type.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they would try to steal his freaking condoms all the time, you know. And I don't think they ever succeeded, but so Drake tried to neutralize it with a little Frank's Red Hot or whatever.
I guess so, but it's kind of crazy to know that works, right?
Hey, you know what? Maybe he experimented or maybe he heard about it. So she actually tried to like impregnate herself with the hot sauce condom.
Yeah, it says this is where things take a turn for the weird. The model reportedly used the bathroom after Drake and then proceeded to pour the contents of the condom into her genitals.
Dude, he's probably got tons of illegitimate children out there. Couldn't he just send her one in the mail? Like, here you go. What do you want, a 2-year-old? What do you want, a 2-year-old? Freaking, I got a half Puerto Rican. I got a half white kid. I think Drake he might be half black, half white. Well, whatever it is, I'm sure he's got illegitimate kids. He could ship her one FedEx 2-day priority mail or whatever. She'd be fine. You know what? Like, I'm not saying we don't need more kids in this world, but we don't just need random kids being born for no reason. Like her having Drake's kid to get money. Well, like, all right, it'll fatten up her bank account, but is it going to make her life better?
No, no.
Maybe it would. I don't know. Money could make your life feel better for a little while. But like at the end of the day, I don't care how much money you have. You have to get up in the morning. You have to brush your teeth. You still have to eat healthy and go to the gym and do all that stupid shit, whether you're rich or not. And you see people that get rich and they turn into fat, lazy pigs, and their money stack dwindles down to nothing. It happened. I mean, I don't know exactly what happened to Nelly, but Nelly had a massive mansion, maybe down south. All of this could be wrong, but I know he had a mansion and he ran it into the ground. So he had all this money. He bought a $20 million mansion, and it was like all boarded up and literally run to nothing, and the value of it went to shit. So if somebody bought the property, they'd have to put millions of dollars into it. So like he lived it up for a few years and then ran it into the ground, and now he's basically a nobody now. I mean, he's got some good hits or whatever. But people are crazy. what this world has done with money. I mean, you're young, Brandon, and it's like make money, make money, make money, and they make people want more than you actually need.
You're made to believe that if you're not sitting on a nice cushion of like 5 grand or 10 grand at a time, like you can't get your own place, you can't
Right.
go to school, you can't do anything basically, you can't pay for your own car,
Yeah.
you know?
No, you're right. And that is the shitty part now is that you need tons of money to have the basic necessities.
Yeah.
To have a decent car and a decent place to live, if you're on your own, you need monthly, call it 1500, 1500 to 2000 a month if you're on your own between just a car and a place to live.
Yeah, that's not even like health insurance or any of that stuff.
Any of the other shit, not food on the table, not
Yeah.
not paying your utilities.
Or like like stuff you want to do, like pay for a gym membership or whatever, like Netflix,
Yeah.
fucking whatever, you know?
So it's gotten so bad to the point where it's like Instagram models want to illegitimately knock themselves up with, someone else's white substance, like just to get money. Like, come on, like, what are you thinking? I mean,
rough.
there's got to be some, moral agenda that you have. Apparently, you have no morals at all. It's sick and twisted, let me tell you. When will it get better? I don't know. But the whole philosophy of almost everything we do has to kind of change for it to get better. But, money does make the world go round. That's about the only... It does do that. But everything just gets twisted out of control and overvalued, undervalued. I don't know what a better system is. That's your job as the audience. You're going to come up with a better form of an economy. Okay, that's your homework. New economy, we need one. Okay, tall task, but I'm throwing it out there. We need ideas, people.
A monarchy.
So yeah, Drake, hot sauce boy, I'll call him.
Yes, sir.
I put that shit on everything, man. Even in my rubbers.
Oh shit. All right. Well, Mike, are you excited for one of my favorite articles for the podcast?
Not at all. I think I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I've been holding it for a while. Just like yell when it's over. Okay.
All right.
No. All right. Brandon finally has his chance to do most of the talking on an article. So I'll introduce the article to Brandon, and I think it is pretty cool. I don't exactly know what it means, but I have sort of an idea. Brandon has been reading up on it, but the article is called "When North Goes South, Is Earth's Magnetic Field Flipping?" So what do you have to say about that, Brandon? Anything good you pulled from that article?
Yeah, I actually got a decent amount. So as you know, there's two North Poles. There's like the geographical North Pole where Santa lives, and then there's the like magnetic North Pole.
Yep.
Now, one of those, the magnetic North Pole, is always moving, and this is kind of known. They've studied this before, and it's caused by the iron in Earth's center. And over the past 150 years, it's basically been studied that it's moving across northern Canada.
Wow.
So you think about where the North Pole is, and it's moving north from Canada, more north than what is already
more north.
Yeah, more north than what is already true north, basically. And it's basically sped up, moving 25 miles a year towards the northwest, which scientists say is a telltale sign of a pole switch. Now, people don't know really what this means. You know what obviously our magnetic field does. It protects us from radiation, all the shit deep in space. And basically what happens when there's a pole flip is you get more than 2 poles. So you have sometimes as much as 8 North Poles at once.
Wow.
And basically when they flip, you have all this energy tearing apart at each other. So imagine if you had 4 magnets and you kind of roll them around like where you throw the coins in like a
Right, right,
donate.
right.
When they all started getting close to each other, they would all kind of start, their magnetic fields would pull apart and away from each other. So that's kind of what's
True.
happening on Earth. Um,
Wow.
and there's a spot over, I think it's called the South Atlantic Anomaly, and this is what's called the weakest part of Earth's magnetic field. And astronauts from space can see high energy cosmic rays coming right back from Earth. It's like huge flashes of light.
Mm-hmm.
And if this flip happens, which people say it has started, it'll a regular solar wave could fry our complete electrical grid. Animals would like who use the magnetic field to migrate would be all fucked up. They wouldn't know where to go. So it would be a real problem, for sure.
Wow. So wait, it says most recent occurred 780,000 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I guess there's no really solid. It happens every so and so years, but from what they've seen, it's roughly every 300,000 years. So we're overdue, technically.
Wow. But it takes how long for the pole switch to happen? Is I mean, it's gradually happening. It's not like you wake up one day and it's like, oh, the pole
Yeah.
switched.
No, yeah,
I'm
it's
wearing my underwear on
gradual.
my head today. That's normal now. Okay.
Yeah,
So it doesn't happen overnight, and like you said, it is happening now. But so basically, it could basically, yeah. What could happen is that when they switch, you would kind of just see weird things happening kind of gradually as it
right.
switches. And it wouldn't just be like overnight, like
No,
you saying.
right. Basically, if you had like a compass and you time lapse the compass over time, you would see the compass start to turn its north and
Okay.
south.
All right.
Yeah.
That is crazy, though. I mean, with like they talk about climate change all the time, man-made versus natural climate change. This is would clearly be naturally occurring,
Right.
which I think most of the stuff out there is naturally occurring. Obviously polluting the environment, you know, burning fossil fuel for so many years is going to have a slight effect. But at the end of the day, we're on Earth. The whole solar system is massive.
Hmm.
What we do on Earth can't possibly override the natural effects of what could happen to the planet and the universe itself. That's why the
100%.
whole man-made thing is kind of a scam. I think they have some validity to it, but we can't stop what's going to happen. The solar system is going to do what it wants, and
Right.
and Earth will too.
One of my biggest takeaways from this is realizing how much we rely on like the North and South Pole for things. We have compasses, we have GPS, military equipment is like all directed on satellites and all this
Hmm.
shit. So
Yeah,
we need to find a new way to move away from something we can't control.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's for us today. The biggest things that we rely on are the grid
Hmm.
and the internet. Well, you can lump the internet in with the grid, but if the grid were to go, we lose electricity. Well, we lose internet on top with it. We lose internet with electricity and running water and all that stuff. Well, maybe not water. We could, but if we lose all that stuff, people are gonna. There's gonna be mayhem. It would be equal. It'd almost be equal to like an atomic bomb being dropped.
Hmm.
I mean, not. There's not gonna be as like death right away and fire coming from the sky like if a bomb were to be dropped, but people are going to be freaking out and they probably would be killing each other eventually, probably after a few hours of no internet.
Yeah.
So the people that are all these engineers out there, if this pole switch does happen, we're gonna have to figure out ways to prevent the grid from collapsing,
Hmm.
or do something a little different to keep it all intact. Because I mean, that is what we rely on. Me and Brandon, we were born into the grid. We're part of the grid. I might badmouth the grid here and there, say, oh, we don't need all this stuff. or I can do it on my own, but I know I can't. I'm used to it. We get up, we have running water, we have electricity, we have everything we need, we have the internet. You take that away from anybody, even people that could claim to be off the grid, they're gonna freak out. It's just part of life. So with all this climate change type stuff happening, whether it's man-made or not, we have to figure out new solutions to figure out any of these, weather issues that we might have. And this is not even related to weather, the pole switch, is
Right.
it?
It's not. This is like it's related to the iron, molten iron in the Earth's
Wow.
core.
Man, so we do have issues. We're going to have weather issues. We're going to have pole issues. You know, we got to figure this out, people. I don't know what. We got to rely on our honest scientists out there, not people that are just lying to us for political purposes or whatever. And they are out there. So we got to let them talk and listen to them. Maybe like whoever wrote this article, people that are honest about the work they're doing.
Chris Holt
Chris Holt.
from astronomy.com.
All right, he seems legit. Yeah, we gotta listen to the right people right now, and then maybe find out some solutions if we don't want to be in a pickle down the road. That is very interesting.
It's not a bad article.
Yep. Good job. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right. Whoops.
So I'm going along with my theme of typing in things that are the complete opposite of what I believe in. So I typed into Google the other day, Joe Biden is a great president. Now, if you all know me, I've said it before that I'm conservative, that I believe myself to be more conservative than not. But I was not a massive Donald Trump fan. I don't want anyone to think that I'm just a blind Trump supporter, because I know plenty of those people, and they just love Trump because they actually like him because he insults people. And I've met people that actually say, oh, I don't really care about his policy. I just love the guy. Like, really? You actually love his personality? Like, okay. But I thought Trump did some okay things. I thought the Chinese tariff thing, even though they're American companies over there, you think of a tariff in itself, you're taxing goods coming into America. So ideally, that should potentially stimulate more industry and business in America. Whether that happened or not, I don't know if Biden put the nix on that, but I thought it was a good idea. And then I've mentioned that before to Trump haters, and they say, oh, he only did that for his wife's business so she could make more money or whatever. And, that could be true too. But either way, I thought Trump did some okay things. He has a terrible personality, and people hated him for his personality, and that's the main reason why people wanted him out. And I thought that if he could just be like a normal guy and talk to people normally, even though people have known him forever, they know his personality. He could have gotten more done with a better attitude. But whatever. So the article on Biden now, I read through it, and so he's done more good in a week than Trump did in 4 years. This article came out after he was inaugurated, if that's the word, over a year ago. Okay, about a year ago. So I read the whole article, and I try to see why. It's like, okay, why is he better? But I realize that all they do is they like to use big words that sound good, to make him look better. And if you're an idiot and you don't actually look at substance, you can't find evidence of why Biden has been better. So I'll read off the article. Looking at the 30 executive orders produced by Biden, his vaccine plan. It's like, okay, what is his vaccine plan? His restoration of normalcy to foreign policy. What does that even mean? He's just saying words now. The efficiency and effectiveness of his administration. There's absolutely nothing to back up that statement. Efficiency and effectiveness. What effectiveness? What efficiency? You're not giving me any substance. The diversity of his team. Okay, so he put a Colombian and a black person on his team, and he's a hero now. Okay, that doesn't make him better. Like, yeah, he cares for all of God's creatures, but how does that make him a better president? I'm sure there was some, you know, Hispanics and blacks under Trump too. They wouldn't name it. They wouldn't give him credit for that. They'll call him a racist. Really not based on anything, but they'll call him that. So diversity of his team. Oh, and the transparency he has restored to the White House. That another thing. What does that even mean? Like, what transparency? What is more transparent about what he's doing? They're just using big words. The importance of some programs to which he has committed. Raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Brandon, you just mentioned that. That's been a plan for a long time.
That was way before him. That was like with him and like Obama, even before that.
Obama was talking. I'm sure Bill Clinton was talking about raising the minimum wage 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, systematically working to root out racially driven inequity from our system. That means absolutely nothing to me. That is just a bunch of big words put in right after each other. Root out racially driven inequity. How? Come on now. You know, so I read these articles. If you were to give me legitimate substance, Biden has hired 100,000 minority workers. All right? And no, it doesn't say that he did that. But if it did say that, it'd be like, okay, you're giving me numbers. You're giving me something to go by. You know, here, scroll a little more. Oh, okay. Simply undoing Trump's legacy will save lives. Oh, reduce economic inequality. Revitalize the economy. That sounds really sexy. Revitalize the economy. I want to revitalize my fashion look, Brandon. You know, I could say I revitalized it. I'm still wearing the same ugly shirt that I've had for 30 years, but I can say I revitalized it. Protect the environment. You know what? Is he at Yellowstone Park with an AK-47 in front of a family of bunnies and a waterfall? I'm protecting the environment. Get a picture of him doing it. I don't see a picture of him protecting the environment. I don't believe it. Oh, and restore American leadership. Oh, God. He is. He's restoring everything to America, clearly. So, and then, you know, likely to be viewed as the greatest, he inherited what is likely to be viewed as the greatest public health crisis in U.S. history with COVID. Okay, well, he inherited it. Trump, unfortunately, had to deal with it from the get-go. And let's be honest here, everyone would have failed on that. No one even knows what's going on. They don't know where it came from. You know, so that's a lose-lose, I feel like, for any president, but they can definitely say that. And so after it happened, the stock market took a big dive. And what do? They blame Trump on it. Mm-hmm. So they say he inherited the COVID crisis and he inherited a terrible economy, all because of Trump.
Is this true?
That would have happened to everybody, any president that came in. What's that?
We will probably pass the death toll for 1918 flu epidemic sometime this spring.
The 1918, is that the Spanish flu?
I think so.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. Brent, I legitimately think 20 to 50 million people died during the Spanish flu. 50 million. Wow. 18, yeah, that is the Spanish flu, 1918, mm-hmm. right? So that's misinformation. That's false news. Whatever this guy wrote in this article, there has not even been close to 50 million deaths. Not even close. There might be legitimately a few million, like, total in the entire world that have died, and he's going to say that. There was a website that I went to that tracked all that.
Oh, wow.
Hold on. I might have it. Yeah, it was a website that tracked all the cases from every country and all the deaths and everything.
Yeah, this one here says 843,000 deaths in the United States.
How many?
843,000.
All right. So, you know what? If we called him on that, if we fact checked him on that, he would probably say, like, oh, I'm just talking about all the deaths that happened in America. He would probably say something like that. 50 million people died, though. There's not even close to that many people that have died for COVID. So I will call that a fallacy or a false claim. So that, he's outright lying now, trying to make Biden look better. So really the only way, and you know what? The people who write articles about Trump too are going to do the same thing. They might have a little bit more substance and say things that he actually did that's proven. But with Biden, I read the article, I read it over a few times, and they just like to use big words like, oh, Biden is so process driven. What does that even mean? Like, come on, enough with the big words. And threatening, oh, they write of threatening right-wing extremists and white supremacist groups. So anyone that's conservative, basically they're going to label white supremacist, conspiracy theorist. All they're doing, you're name calling. Oh, haha, you're a loser. Like, you're name calling based on nothing at all. Give me actual facts, reasons why Biden is better, not just big words. So I'm going to try to keep doing this. And the reason I'm not going to do it forever is because my heart rate goes up and I really do get agitated reading articles like this that are, a lot of it is based, not necessarily on lies, but it's just big fluffy words and sentences to make Biden look better. And I made it a point to read these type of articles. I'll probably do a few more, but I'm not going to kill myself doing it because literally it will take years off my life. My blood pressure does go up when I read this type of stuff. But I did it for you guys. You tell me why Biden is so much better than Trump. You know what the main reason why I'd say is better? If he is better, there's less people angry. That's the only thing, because people that hated Trump hated him so much that they were ready to just go to war and just throw in the towel and just start murdering people because of it. I feel like people are a little bit calmer with Biden in there. Overall, people might like him more. But then again, on the other side of the coin, you got the Trump people that are going to hate Biden so much that will hate Biden as much or more than the people that hate Trump. So it's clearly all this false division between Democrats and conservatives, whatever. Kind of like some of it is all fabricated. But I'll give Biden that. Maybe he keeps America a little bit calmer. Maybe we're less likely to have a civil war with him. But other than that, I can't think of a whole lot. The main things that me and Brandon are about, cannabis, right? Pot, weed, okay? He has done nothing to legalize marijuana in America. That's the one thing I counted on him to do, was come in. I think he decriminalized it, big deal. But it's like, come on, when you legalize it, push, man, push for this to happen. Your supporters are supposed to, will love you for this. I think a lot of people counted on you for that. You're supposed to be progressive. Like, I feel like Trump might have done more by now with pot. Trump didn't do much with it, but you're doing the same as Trump, really nothing at all. Come on. Like, let's smoke a joint, Biden. Come on, bud.
I think that's the last thing he needs.
Yeah.
I think he's had too many of those. But it is a weird time, right? You almost miss Obama and how presidential he was. He'd get up there, he'd inform people, he'd answer the questions, the
Yeah.
hard questions,
Uh-huh.
and then that would be it.
I agree. People loved Obama. Every liberal out there is going to love Obama, but I will admit Obama was the most likable president that we've ever had. And it's debatable on the things that he did well. You know, I don't he didn't do a whole lot. I don't think he hurt much either. He kind of was just in there, you know, looking good, sounding good. But it didn't really hurt us much. So I'll give Obama credit that he sort of kept everyone sane in there. And even the people that hated Obama, I feel like they didn't hate him that much because they knew he was an intelligent guy and you knew he was a decent guy. Whether he had other plans, you know, secret plans or whatever, I don't think he's really that bad of a guy. But yeah, he was at least a likable guy. And you know, Biden is somewhat likable, but he's not really with it. He's not, you know, he's not. I wouldn't say he's all there. I wouldn't say he's sharp as a tack.
Right.
But you know, it is what it is, people. From what I hear, the last president that was not handpicked. So yes, Trump, according to this comment, was handpicked too. JFK was the last president that was not handpicked. What happened to JFK? We all know it. He had big plans, him and his brother. They picked him off. I don't know who they is, but you know, he's the last president that was not picked by the elite. Apparently, from according to my sources. So, in other words, we get what we get. We're just going to get guys that keep coming into office that tell us what we want to hear and don't actually do that much. Trump included, Obama, Biden, it's all kind of the same thing. So if we don't actually do things on a local level, things are never going to change. Things will never get better relying on the federal government or the president, you know?
Yeah.
It's up to your generation, Brandon. I'm getting too old for this crap, bud.
Yeah, I can tell you we're fucked.
Brandon is not super optimistic, but he's a realist and he's probably right. So
Half the people in my generation won't leave their house.
yeah, it's bad. I don't know where we're headed. I'm a little worried. That's why you got to live your life, people. You got to live your life. You got to have a good time. But you also got to stick by your morals, if you have any. Stick by them if you can. You know, and try to be optimistic and positive with young kids in your life. Try to teach them the right things. Give them a good example. Even if you don't tell them a damn thing, just lead by example, by your actions, you know?
Right.
Actions do speak louder than words. Anyone can say anything. So, yeah. Some good stuff over here. All right, so one of our sponsors here, Misfits Market, we want to plug them. So pretty much what they do is they rescue organic surplus from farmers and food makers around the world. Pretty much any imperfect fruit or vegetables you can find. I think they do meat too. Mm-hmm. They have meat too. So food that is less than perfect looking, but perfect tasting and perfectly nutritious. So you don't have to worry about that. The food is going to be good. It might just be a little misshapen or something, a little deformed. We're all a little deformed, all right? So don't judge my fruit, okay? What else? So they have a wide array of products. They got fruits, veggies, snacks, and yes, organic raised meat. So all right, the promo code, Brandon?
Yeah, so the promo code is CookWMe-VI6WHHTMITW. So it rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easily. It's simple. I'm sure everyone memorized that, Brandon.
Right.
So yeah, you can use the link in the description and receive $10 off your first order. And they deliver Tuesday through Saturday, and they require a $30 minimum purchase. Check them out. I think if you're a healthy eater, I think you can save a little bit of money over your Whole Foods visits, and I think you will enjoy their food. So check them out. Okay, everyone, we had some fun today. This Barney suit is getting really warm. I gotta take this off. But thank you for listening to the Unpopular Opinions podcast. We had a lot of fun, and you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and the Anchor app.
Yes, and also on Apple Podcasts now.
And Apple Podcasts. Check us out there. You may be disappointed, but I don't think you will be. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my friends.
Peace.